Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Top 5 9 what's the name?
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Herbert from the gun. Escapes, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
First, you try to run it. Second, you try to throw it. And both times, you end up behind your own line of scrimmage. Break out the coffee along the sideline. Get everybody a dose of caffeine because one side came to play and the other better wake up.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
He gets it away now from his own end zone. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will get set to take over. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll throw to begin this drive. He's throwing deep to the left side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll run in here with Bijan Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
3rd and long for him here. He's got Harrison. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He lets a heater go deep middle. He's got it at the 30. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders get it down to a single point. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders tie this game 7-7. Now to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 now. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 43. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Still inches to go on 3rd down. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. He'll pass it this time. Brought in right side. And they get this down to the 28. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Offense set for a 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Short pass brought in. Running in the red zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints break the tie here in the 1st. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Fits it through the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I can just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second and 8. Headed out right. That one's complete, right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. And that's going to bring up a tough decision here for them on 4th down. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. We'll see what they choose to do. It's 4th and real short inside the red zone. Trying to push this past the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stuffed right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the Saints' 13-yard line.
Herbert now. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Amendola able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fielded at the 7. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson has it.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Markers reset. Ball at the 37.
Hey, go Lion.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it deep downfield. And in for the touchdown. Pass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. Bass now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Handoff now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Working quickly here. From the 34. Throw left side, complete. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Complete out to the right side. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Pass play coming here. Touchdown, New Orleans! So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Finds some space. He's past the 30. He goes out of bounds on the return. Well, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Herbert on first down. As the open man downfield. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
They give it to him again. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. The throw is caught. And this one doesn't go far. Now following the play, pretty quick stoppage. This is going to be for an injury, and oh boy. Sam Laporta, the one in some pain, he's being checked on. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Home to try. Ready.
They snap it to Herbert. He's got it to his running back. He has the touchdown. Dangerous route to have to defend, Brock. A lot of running backs are so good at sneaking behind defenders running that pattern.
And if you're going to find your back for a touchdown, Kate, this is the first route you'd expect. Get him a favorable matchup. This guy can flat out move. Send him out there, stress that coverage, and go deliver for 6.
Pass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. Bass now to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that won't stop for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Saints pushing for points. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Looking to the air here. He's got a man left. They get 35 out of that one. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Here's Robinson up the middle. Works his way to the 35. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
So all they needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. Became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. He's got Harrison. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 23. Catch is made in close. It's a New Orleans touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Saints take a 4-point lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this the same as a touchback now, up to the 30 before going out. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive.
Set. 380. Straight out. Ray. Set.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And now it's second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked up.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did, and boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
Play action on first down. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Second and 10 now. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now Howell off to play action. He's on the move. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
He'll throw it. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. And that'll bring up second down.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Hey, Kappa. Hey.
Looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Running left is Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They're going play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Howell out of the shotgun. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 24. Has him on the quick hitter. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate. Will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants?
And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Must not have liked what they saw on 4th and 1 there. They're going to take a timeout. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Evan McPherson lining up the field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Butker knocks it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Right up the gut. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That's good for Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's the handoff. Has a lane inside the 35. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could.
Touchdown! So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders tie this game up. Pass now to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. It is Cup left side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right, when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because he threw it in double coverage. And he may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
From the gun on 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. That's caught for the 1st. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Short pass brought in. On the move, past the 40. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Still sticking with the passing game. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off when you get the penalty.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Able to hit Robinson, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Shotgun now on third down. He's got it. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Robinson can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Offense up to the line fast. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a lead just before the end of the third. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that.